Hey guys, Faith here. This is a video on how to break the damage limit in the game Bravely Default. As you can see here, this is a snapshot of the action that I'm sent out during battle. As you can see here, the absolute damage limit is 999,999, and in this video I will show you how to achieve this number. So for this video, this is the monster that we're going to be looking for. This is the Spectre. This guy was first spotted for me around chapter 4 in front of Caldicea, which is the place that you first start out at. What's nice about this monster is he has a double weakness, one for the light element and one for the undead monster type. So we're going to be exploiting that for this video. So as you see here, this is what my party is going to be composed of. Tiz will be my main attacker. I chose him to be the ninja. The ninja has a good damage output, and I seem to get criticals pretty often from him. I also have a Spiritmaster. What's nice about the Spiritmaster is that Spiritmaster will be boosting up our elemental attack, so it'll help us exploit the light weakness much further. The other two for your main jobs, they're not going to really matter as much. What's going to matter more is their secondary skill. You could choose them to be the main job, but you could also choose your main job to emphasize a speed or defense or attack. So here's my main attacker's ability. I'm choosing the sword magic as the secondary ability. We're going to be using sword magic to invoke the holy skill to further increase our damage against light weak enemies such as the Spectre. And here are the support abilities for my main attacker. A couple things that I want to point out. Speculate. With Speculate, it's going to turn my attack, either I'm going to be dealing 0 damage or double damage. I like the reward aspect of Speculate, so I'm putting that in. Two-handed will greatly increase my damage output if I were to equip a single weapon. Sword magic amp. I'm going to be casting holy with sword magic, so by equipping this ability, it's going to greatly increase my damage output. And with critical amp, once you see the video later, I'm going to be pushing my critical rate up to the max. So by having critical amp, it's going to greatly increase my damage even further. Next is my Spiritmaster. Her secondary job is not going to matter too much. I just chose white magic. If you take a look at my previous video, I have a very cool healer build for Agnes here. So I'm just going to leave it as is, because her main purpose for this battle will be to enhance our elemental attacks and to also protect our party from damage and status effects. For her support abilities, they're not going to really matter too much, so I left it as is. This is basically left over from my healer build. Her main job anyway is she's just going to be boosting using support magic. So whatever she has here for support abilities, you could use anything you want, but this is what I have. And here we have Ringabel, as I like to call the utility ninja. For his primary, I set him up as the ninja because I like the speed that comes with the ninja job. So his casts for skills and spells will be coming in a lot quicker. But his primary goal will be casting from the commerce job. A couple of things to note. From commerce, you could cast a skill called pay to play, which will greatly increase our critical rate in return for gold, which will be really important for our main attacker. And the commerce job also comes with a skill called full leverage, which will double everything. It will double costs, damage for both enemies and monsters, which will be again important for the damage output. And here are the support abilities for my utility ninja. I didn't put too much work into this guy since his main role will be for support anyway. But the big ability I have equipped is Hasten World. With Hasten World, after all attacks are done from both the player and enemy side, both sides will be granted 1 additional brave point. What this ability allows us to do is to essentially double the amount of actions we can perform in a single turn, which means that we could achieve max buffs in a shorter amount of time. And finally here we have Idea here as the Valkyrie. I chose the Valkyrie to boost attack with spears, but her main job will be for again support, but with singing. Again, for her support abilities, since she's going to be used as a singing support, what her support abilities equipped are not going to really matter. You guys could choose whatever you want here, but this is what I have here. I'm just going to put this here for record's sake. So here are the equips for my main attacker. I chose the Katana because I tend to get a high critical rate with the Katana. So I'm using Mutsu-no-Kami. Mutsu-no-Kami I was able to get from the Norende Restoration when you upgrade the weapon shop. It goes for about 66,000 gold, which is not too bad if you try the big farmer exploits. As you can see here, just click on this annotation here. I'll take you there. For the remaining equips, they're mostly stats or strength increase equips to increase my physical attack. So Headband, Power Sash, I think they could all be bought in a shop later on in game. The Hyper Bracers, they're the more powerful version of the Power Bracers. Power Bracers you could buy. Those will increase your strength by 10. But the Hyper Bracers you gotta find in the treasure chest. These will these will increase your strength or your physical attack by 20. And finally here we have the special setup. I'll be using Katanas, the Katana special. So I'll be using the level 3 Katana special, Petal Swirl. As I mentioned before, the monster that we're going to be hunting for has a weakness to both light and undead. So these parts you can get them from the Norende Restoration. Of course, you want to get the 50% power boost, so you want to level up your parts shops as fast as possible to get these parts here. So we're going to be moving on to the battle video now. I just want to apologize ahead of time that the video recording that I used to record the battle itself, it's going to be a little bit of a low quality video. But I'm going to be reading out most of the text, so you guys won't have to struggle with it too much. But you should be able to watch most of the action, what's going on in the battle. So here we go. Okay, so we have our Spectre here. So I guess we could start with this battle here. For my attacker, okay, we're going to cast Holy. For my Spiritmaster, since these guys could cast Paralysis, I'm going to go with Fairy Ward here, which will nullify status ailments for 5 turns. A bunch of them too, so it's pretty useful. Go with that. Our Utility Ninja here, the one with Commerce, we're going to actually cast Brave 3 times. Or cast Brave twice, so get his attack 3 times. And for all 3 times, we're going to cast Pay to Play, which will boost up our critical rate 300% per cast in return for our level times 50 PG. So we're going to cast that 3 times on our attacker. And for our support singer, we're going to Brave once. And we could either boost speed or attack on this first turn here. I'm going to go with speed. Okay, so I'm going to take a look here. I think everything looks good. We could start with the turn here. There we go. I'm going to slow it down here for you guys too. So we cast Pay to Play 3 times. Pay to Play. Okay, there goes our speed. First is cast out on Ninja, so that's not too bad. So if we take a look at our stats now, critical is up 1000%, speed is up to the max buff, which is 150. We could break that limit, we could go beyond 150 once we start chaining our specials. Let's see, but for this turn, let's see, our attacker doesn't have to do anything right now, so we're going to go on your defensive, go default. For our spirit person, I'm going to cast Fairy's Aid, which will boost up all our elemental attacks. So I'm going to cast that on my attacker, so that his holy ability is boosted even further. Let's see, utility ninja doesn't really have to do anything for this turn, so I'm gonna go defensive here. And for our singer here, we're gonna boost up attack for this turn, I believe. Is this second turn? Yes, we're gonna boost up attack twice. Okay. Let me review here one more time. Okay, everything looks good. Start this turn. Okay, so I think if we take a look at our stats now, I think it's time to start chaining our specials. Excuse me, guys. Let's see. So I guess here for our attacker, we're not going to cast the special for this turn here. At least for the normal turn. We're going to be casting our special once we get to Bravely Second, at least for our attacker. So we're just going to choose an action here, a random action. I'll choose to boost up evasion. So we're gonna start chaining specials here now. For my spirit person, since she has a staff equipped, I'm gonna be casting Lux. Lux will boost up physical and magic attack by 25%. When the music is playing, speed will also be boosted by 35%. So that's pretty good special. Cast that for everyone. My utility ninja here, I'm gonna brave once. For our first turn here, we are gonna cast full leverage. Full leverage, what this does is it's gonna double everything: damage, recovery, and costs. It's gonna double all those for both allies and enemies. We're gonna choose that. And for our second turn, we're gonna cast our special. Since my person has a spear here, we're gonna cast Overpower, which will boost up our physical attack. And we're gonna choose the non-spectre character here. For my support singer, we're going to do the same thing since she also has a spear. I'll do that on the other cobalt here. Alright, so let's review before I move down. So we're going to start chaining our specials now for everyone. So, okay, so this is the moment of truth. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go. So we got damage is now doubled here. Okay, first cast done. Hit the limit there. Okay, Lux is gonna be cast next. So we got our physical attack boosted even further. And now we got our support singer to cast her special. Now if I could pause, I could show you guys, I could show you my attacker stats prior to calling. Here we go. We're gonna, let's see our stats here for our attacker. So as you notice, we've gone past the 150% limit for our attack, now at 200. Critical stat at 1000. Speed is now at 185, and yeah, a bunch of stats actually. Full leverage is in effect, so it'll double our damage even more. So let's continue here. So we're gonna cast Bravely Second now. This is where we're gonna call our attacker. I think if I mentioned before, Bravely Second will pass the 9,999 limit. We're gonna go. It calls the limit break. We'll break our damage limit. We're gonna see if we could get to 999,000 for this one. So I'm gonna go Pedal Swirl, which has all those parts that I've mentioned before earlier, on the Spectre. So here we go, guys. This is do or die because on our one of the abilities, either we're gonna double our attack or we're gonna get 0 damage. So here we go. Start it. Boom. There we go, guys. 999,999. So we broke the limit. We've not only went past 9,999, we've hit the absolute limit with this build. Alright guys, this will be the end of it. Hope this video will help you get the big numbers that you desire, that you want to show off with your friends when you send this skill off. Alright guys, this is Fate. hope to see you guys later. See ya.